Going to make an acai bowl. So we're going to talk about how to make an acai smoothie and then how to create an acai bowl using that acai smoothie base and topping it with a chia pudding and the homemade granola that you've made, as well as some other awesome toppings. So we are going to make an acai bowl, and there's a lot of steps that go into this acai bowl. But there's also a lot of variation that you can do at home depending on how you would like to make your acai bowl. We are going to start with the chia pudding because that needs to be made quite a bit in advance from the acai bowl. You can make it up to 2 hours in advance or even up to a day or two in advance. So we're just going to make a small batch just to show you how to make it, but you could also make larger batches and use that as a dessert or a snack as well, aside from the acai bowl. So first, I have my almond milk. So I have a cup of almond milk right here. This is a 1/4 cup of chia seeds. Remember earlier on I told you how amazing chia seeds are for your health, and they also turn gelatinous. So they are going to expand in the milk and turn into a pudding-like substance. So this is going to be a super, super healthy pudding with just a touch of sweetness that you can use in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of maple syrup to give it that sweetness that we want. 2 teaspoons. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla as well. So if you have kids at home, this is a great way to add in some nutrition to their sweet treats. My kids love chia pudding as a dessert with some sliced strawberries on top or blueberries or some of that granola as well. So we've got our maple syrup, our vanilla, and then we're going to add just a touch of salt, tiny little bit. Now you could add this all in a bowl and use a whisk to whisk it together, or you can do it in a jar just like I'm doing right now. You just want to make sure to get it nice and mixed up. And then you're going to just leave that in the fridge for at least 2 hours. Now I made this about 4 hours ago, and this is really what you're going for, but you can see, it turns from this liquidy mixture to this pudding mixture. So we are going to use this as a topping on our acai bowl. It's going to give it a nice little crunch, a nice little nutrition boost, a nice little color, and be a really nice topping for that bowl. Okay, now we're ready to get down to business and make our acai smoothie and acai bowl. So I just wanted to show you, this is the acai pack, ACAI. So this brand, Sambazan, is really nice because there's nothing else added to this acai pack. One thing you want to do is just throw that packet in some warm water right before you're about to use it, just to soften it up a little bit and break it up so that it can go into that blender. So I'm going to make a smoothie using that acai, and you can drink that as a smoothie if you like. You could add all that protein to it to make it more of a meal replacement if you like, or you can use it in the bowl like we're going to do today. I'm going to use a frozen banana. You can also use a fresh banana, but I love using frozen fruits in smoothies because then that makes it really cold without having to add a lot of ice. So I'm going to add my frozen banana. I am also going to add my blueberries. You can add frozen blueberries or strawberries or a combination of both. So actually I'm going to add a couple strawberries, a handful of blueberries. I'm giving you guys a very precise recipe on paper with this video, but just so you can see, you can add a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then we're going to add in our almond or oat or hemp milk, whatever you like to use at home. I told you guys before about Joy. I would definitely recommend using some of that pre-made Joy milk in here. This is another one that I like. It's called Oatly, also a very clean oat milk that has a nice flavor to it. Not a lot of extra sweetener, so we're going to use that for right now. This is a 1.5 cups. And we're going to add a date, again, making sure there's no pit in there. We don't want to ruin our smoothie. And in this one, I'm also going to add just a hint of cinnamon. Not to give it too much flavor, but again, just to add that nutrient density to this smoothie. So with this one, you also really want to make sure to have that plunger. We have a lot of frozen fruit in there, and we want to be able to mash it, mash it, mash it. So before we go to that. We're gonna break up our acai here. I'm gonna use the back of a spoon or a spatula and just kind of break it up. And I'm gonna use my knife to cut the top. And we'll dump that acai right in there. It's got this really beautiful dark purple color, and if you'd like to know what the flavor is, it's reminiscent of blackberries and dark chocolate. So it's got a real great rich flavor. And we're gonna go ahead and just blend that up. All right, so this is nice and thick, just like we like it. We are gonna start our smoothie bowl, our acai smoothie bowl, with that nice thick smoothie on the bottom, okay? Then we are going to use some of this other fresh banana. We're gonna slice that up in some really nice, pretty slices, like that. Now you can do a couple of different things. You can either arrange your ingredients in layers, like in stripes, or you can do a color wheel. At Della Bowls, we love that color wheel option. So I'm gonna just kind of add these in a color wheel fashion. So that'll go on one side there. We're gonna add our chia pudding here. We'll add also some fresh blueberries alongside that banana there. Okay. And then that delicious homemade granola that we made earlier today. That's gonna go on and add a lot of really nice crunch. And then you have the option also, if you didn't make the chia pudding, no problem. You can also just add straight chia seeds, and that's gonna be great too. So either one of these is a great option. I'm not gonna add the raw chia seeds because I did the chia pudding, but at home, either or will work just fine. And then I have some of that leftover shredded coconut that I have used in a couple recipes, so I'm going to add that right on top there. Now you can add a lot of other ingredients here too. You could add your favorite kind of nut. You could add some more, some fresh cacao powder, some other kinds of fruits, some fresh strawberries. Really, whatever you like in your acai bowl, you go for it. Now, if you've ever had an acai bowl from a restaurant, you'll know this bowl could sell for something like $14. You saw we just made it right here in this home kitchen, and you can make it in your home kitchen too for a fraction of the cost. And you can make a lot of these things ahead of time so that all you're making on the spot is that smoothie. It's super simple, doesn't take much time, and this bowl is so power-packed with goodness. If you eat it in the morning, you're gonna be going strong all day long, and your friends will be so jealous, your kids will love it, so I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you try and enjoy these recipes. Feel free to play in the kitchen, have a good time, and we'll see you next time.